What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, January the 3rd, 2023. I'm practicing on saying 2023. And we've got a guy here who always makes me feel good, no matter what. And he has been through so much in life, but continues to smile and laugh and feel good about himself. I'm talking about Joe Dillard. Good to have you here, Joe.
Well, for once, Paul, I'm not going to talk about my medical condition.
You've written several books, A Cup of Joe, and there are wonderful stories in that book. And we've heard about the battles that you have had with cancer.
Yes.
But through all of that, this man has kept the most positive attitude of anyone could have. And I believe that positive attitude and faith has gotten you through all of that.
It has.
I mean, you laugh about everything. You laugh in the face of adversity.
Well, you know, people, I tell people I can't hear, and I can't see, and I can't think, but otherwise I'm doing fine.
But you had some really wonderful honor bestowed upon you last year in December, the middle part of December.
Yes.
And it was what?
Well, I came here today to brag about myself.
Okay, you brag about yourself because you should brag.
I recently received an honorary Doctorate of Science degree from MU.
Yeah.
And actually, it started last February. I got an email, confidential, from the president of the university.
Okay.
And I said, if he asks for my Social Security number or credit card number, I'm going to hit the delete button now.
But he didn't ask for
He didn't ask for it.
So it said confidential. You thought perhaps this was a hoax?
I did. I thought it was a scam.
You thought it was a scam. So you get an email from the president of the university, said confidential. Joe thinks this is a scam.
But I did read on, and
Okay.
it said, you've been selected for this honorary degree.
But it said confidential.
Yeah, and not only that, it said you're supposed to keep it confidential. You're not supposed to tell anybody. That was last February.
Okay.
Can you imagine that, waiting all the way around to December?
Oh, yeah.
I finally called somebody. I said, hey, I got to let the family know so they can come to the ceremony.
Right. Did you let the family?
Oh, yes.
So then what happened?
Well, what happened, excuse me, after that, it was kind of a three-part deal. They had a tea party over at the School of Natural Resources for the students and the faculty there, and then had a dinner party, and then they had the ceremony.
Okay.
Last Friday.
And the ceremony was on Friday, December the
16th.
16th.
Yeah.
And you were presented that honorary doctorate.
Yes, right.
And I say congratulations to you. We're looking at a picture right now, and there's the president of the university, and there's your lovely wife and Joe. But your wife wouldn't come today? She wouldn't come with you today?
No.
And who's standing next to your wife?
That's the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Food and Natural Resources,
Okay.
Dean
Okay.
Daubert.
All right. Yeah. So what are you going to do now that you have this this degree?
Well, it's hard to say. Actually, I've gone back to being plain old Joe, as you can see from my T-shirt.
A cup of Joe. You going to write any more books?
By the way, no, I'm not writing books right now. I'm writing short stories.
Okay.
Right now, yeah. I wanted to give a little update on my Relay for Life.
Okay.
I pledged $3 of each sale for the book, and I pledged $1,000, and I made it.
Good.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Then that goes to Relay for Life.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I also wanted to tell you that there were 3 nominating letters for that degree, but none in opposition that I know of.
Okay. Why would anybody oppose you? Why would anybody oppose you, Joe? I mean, you were one of the nicest people to walk the face of the earth.
Oh, please. I did bring my Shaggy Dog story.
All right, let's hear. We got about 3 minutes here. Go ahead and give us the Shaggy Dog story.
Okay. This is my favorite. A dog named Booze.
Is this in the book, by the way?
No.
Oh.
No. Those are all true stories in the book.
Okay, so this is not a true
Modestly
story.
embellished, of course.
So here's Joe with a shaggy dog story.
This is a story about old Henry, who lived way out in the woods in a little log cabin with his good rabbit hunting dog named Booze. Booze was aptly named since old Henry was well known in these parts for making moonshine whiskey. There was pretty good snow on that day, and so old Henry decided to take Booze out and get a rabbit for supper. Off they went, and before long, old Booze caught the trail of a bunny, with his nose to the ground, started giving off those familiar beagle-like howls. That smart old scared rabbit made a beeline toward the railroad track just as the train approached. Old Booze had his head down and went barreling over the tracks just before the train passed. Actually, it did clip his posterior a bit and cut his tail clean off. Well, old Henry gathered up Booze and his cut-off tail and headed back to the cabin. He went in, sat down in his favorite rocking chair, got out a needle, some thread, and started sewing the tail back on old Booze. About that time, there's a knock on the door. Not wanting to put Booze down, he yelled, "Come on in," and much to his surprise, there stood the revenuer. The revenuer said, "Well, Henry, I got you now." Old Henry replied, "What for? I haven't made any booze for a long time." The old revenuer said, "I know you haven't, Henry. I've been watching you, but now you're retailing booze without a license."
That was a good one. That was very good, Joe. I didn't know where this story was going.
Well, that's the best part of the shaggy dog story.
That's good. So what are your plans for 2023?
To keep on keeping on.
Yeah. I want you to, since this is the first of the year, there are people out there who are feeling a bit depressed. Maybe they're going through some hard times with their health, and you've been there.
Yeah.
What do you say to somebody? How do you address that?
It's really difficult because you just never know where they are or how they're feeling.
Right.
But I don't know. I just look at each day as another opportunity.
Just look at each day as another opportunity.
Yes.
And keep chugging along.
Right.
Just keep chugging along. Because you have been through so much over the past years. Yeah. I knew one other person like you, and that was my cousin, Josie. And Josie had had every type of medical problem there could be. But the woman laughed and smiled continuously. I remember she would come to our house when I was a kid, and she would be talking about, oh, she just got out of the hospital and they did this to her and they did that to her, but she was laughing continuously. Yep. And she had a very good, happy life in spite of everything. And that's something I think we all need to try to concentrate on. Look on the bright side of things.
And have a laugh.
Yes, and consider each day a blessing. Yep. Joe, thank you so much for coming by. And you are a blessing that we know you and that you've spread good, happy news to people. Yeah. If people want your book, can they still get the book?
Oh, yeah.
Where? Real quick.
Contact me.
Just and you got it in the trunk of your car?
Yes. I do.
All right, Joe, thank you so much. We're out of time for today. If you have something you'd like to hear or see, drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. Bye-bye.